స్టోరీ ఆత్మీయులందరికీ మీ ఆర్జేజయ నమస్కారం. జై హింద్ కార్యక్రమానికి స్వాగతం సుస్వాగతం. A very warm welcome to all our listeners to Jai Hind on Tori Live. ఈ రోజు మనతో పాటు ఉన్నారు ఒక ముఖ్య అతిథి, వారు కెప్టెన్ శాలిని నాయర్. వారితోటి మనం ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో మరికొన్ని విషయాలు తెలుసుకుందాం. సైనిక దళంలో తమ సేవలను ఏ విధంగా అందజేశారు అనేది. మరి ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో పాల్గొనాలి అంటే కాల్ చేయాల్సిన నంబర్స్ యూఎస్ అయితే 7038796611, యూకే 0203287867, ఆస్ట్రేలియా 0280068674. భారతదేశం నుంచి మరి ఇతర దేశాల నుంచి కాల్ చేయాలనుకున్న వారు స్కైప్ ద్వారా tori.live1 నుంచి కాల్ చేయొచ్చు. అలాగే ఫేస్బుక్ లో RJJayaHK అనే పేజ్ లో ఈ రోజు కార్యక్రమం వివరాలు ఉన్నాయి. అక్కడ కూడా మీరు కామెంట్ బాక్స్ లో మెసేజ్ పెడితే చదివి వినిపించే ప్రయత్నం చేస్తాం. లేదా అంటే జీమెయిల్ చేయొచ్చు torielive@gmail.com. Today we have with us a very special guest, Captain Shalini Nair, who served in the Indian Army for 10 years. And she's going to share with us her journey through the training and through her service in the Army. And so we are going to talk to her very soon, shortly after our national song. So if you would like to join and talk to her, you may call us on, from USA, you may call us on 703-879-6611, UK 020328786774, from Australia 0280068674, from India and any other countries you may call us on Skype. Our Skype ID is tori.live1, tori.live1. And you can also find us on Facebook. RJJayaHK page is there where today's program details have been shared. You may post a comment there and we can read it for you, or else you may email to us on torielive@gmail.com, torielive@gmail.com. So firstly, a very warm welcome to you, Captain Shalini. Welcome to Jai Hind on Tori Live Radio.
Thank you so much, Jaya, and it's a pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you so much for giving us this time today. And so we start our program Jai Hind with our national song Vande Mataram. So please stay with us.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam Malayaj Sheetalam, Shasya Shyaamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Shubhra-jyosna pulakitayaminim, Pulla-kusumita drumadala-shobhinim, Suhasinim, Sumadhura-bhashinim, Sukhadam Varadam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram.
Captain Shalini, on every Jai Hind, every episode, we wish our brothers and sisters happy birthday. Since we know that our brothers and sisters serving on the front line, they hardly get any time to think about themselves, and they don't think about themselves. They think about protecting us, protecting the country. And hence we take this opportunity to thank them and wish them a very happy birthday, and we would like you to extend the same wishes to them too, please.
Definitely, I wish all my brothers and sisters who are serving in all the defense forces, wherever they are posted, a very happy birthday. Please, in these times, stay healthy, stay fit, stay safe. Wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much. So, wishing them, we would love to play a little jingle kind of a song for them in Sanskrit, as we believe that Sanskrit is the base of all our languages. Hence, the song is in Sanskrit. And here we go.
Shantanotu te sarvada mudam शन्तनोतु ते सर्वदा मुदम् प्रार्थयामहे भव शतायुषी प्रार्थयामहे भव शतायुषी ईश्वर सदा त्वां च रक्षतु ईश्वर सदा त्वां च रक्षतु पुण्यकर्मणा कीर्तिमर्चय पुण्यकर्मणा कीर्तिमर्चय जीवनं तव भवतु सार्थकम् जीवनं तव भवतु सार्थकम् जन्मदिनमिदम् अयि प्रिय सखे जन्मदिनमिदम् अयि प्रिय सखे शन्तनोतु ते सर्वदा मुदम् शन्तनोतु ते सर्वदा मुदम् सर्वदा मुदम्
So the meaning of that song is, Shalini, it says, "Oh dear friend, may this birthday bring auspiciousness and joy to you forever. Indeed, we all pray for your long life. May the Lord always protect you. By noble deeds, may you attain fame and may your life be fulfilled." So that is...
That's such a lovely thought, Jaya. Really beautiful.
Thank you so much. So for my friends, I'll quickly and briefly tell about you. And we'll move forward from there. So Captain Shalini, she has done her MCom from Agra University, and then she's a gold medalist from OTA, Officers Training Academy. And she has also DGOS trophy. Now we'll ask her what is that trophy, okay? So hang on there. And thus, she served 10 years in Army, and she also was a part of Operation Parakram, which also we are going to ask her. And now she is a HR administrator. Look at that. She is now Deputy Head, BMS and Training in Symbiosis Open Education Society. Well, Captain Shalini, you've got so many hats. Now we would like to know how you managed to hold on to so many hats. So tell us about yourselves briefly, please. Your childhood and your upbringing, where was it?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. I think we lost the connection. Yes. Sorry.
Was it okay? Could you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you now. Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So we just wanted to know about your childhood and your upbringing. Which place? Where were you when you were growing up?
Okay. So my father, he was a pilot in the Indian Air Force. So my childhood was all over wherever he was posted. But a major part of it was in Andhra Pradesh because
I didn't know that.
Yes, he was posted to Air Force Academy for a long time. So from 9 till my graduation, I was there. And then I did my post-graduation in Agra. That's where he was posted at that time. So yes, I've had a very interesting childhood. Right? Posted to various places, meeting various people, making friends, all over the places. So yes, I had a blessed childhood.
Oh, lovely. So in Hyderabad for quite some time, since your 9th class to graduation. So koncham Telugu vacha?
I've forgotten it all now, Jaya. It has been so long. I can understand a bit, maybe because now I'm married to a Malayali, so I keep in touch with all the South Indian languages. But I have forgotten it. Yes.
I can understand because similarly I had learned Gujarati, writing and talking, but now I forgot. Yeah. Very blessed people are those who still, can manage to hold on to different languages, speak different languages. I know there are people who speak 5 to 10 languages here in Hong Kong too.
Absolutely, yeah. Amazing that is. Yeah.
Amazing it is. But definitely it's great learning, traveling through different states.
Of course,
It's a
dear.
great
Of course,
learning. Yeah.
yes, yes. The culture, the cultural diversity of India, which I picked up firsthand. Many people, read about it and they discuss it, but we call ourselves army brats or Air Force brats, right? But we pick it up firsthand, going to with different places, meeting the locals there, the food, the culture, the language, the whole ambiance. So yes, that way it is a great privilege, no doubt about it.
And also it enhances your adaptability skills, you adapt to different situations.
Totally. Yes, yes, yes. It really helps you in all aspects of life later on.
So, of course, now I understand, we all understand that from Air Force, as a Air Force brat, you definitely picked up the, what is that called? The desire to hold on to the uniform, and you wanted
The uniform, yes.
the uniform. तो फिर कैसे शुरू हुआ?
ये नहीं ऐसे नहीं शुरू हुआ from childhood because see when I was growing up, girls couldn't join defense forces other than maybe as doctors or nurses. Right. So, but then I had a very good hero in front of me while growing up. That was Miss Kiran Bedi, right? So I was quite impressed. I said, okay, if not defense, maybe police I can always join. But in 93, the government decided that, and then later on, I somehow lost this dream somewhere in all this growing up business. But in 93, when the government decided that girls can join army, the defense forces, and I immediately jumped to the chance, and my father was very keen. Actually, all credit goes to him, He was very keen, the moment, he was the one who told me the news. He was reading the newspaper. I still remember that scene, he was sitting and reading the newspaper, and he just looked up at me and he says, you can wear the uniform now. And that was it, and I thought, why not? So, yeah, that's how it started.
But was it not difficult to get through the selections, the tests and interviews?
Yes, I'm from the second batch of lady officers, so we didn't have any written exams, right? We applied, and SSP, of course, was there. And you must understand, though I decided to join the army, I was a very different kind of person. I was a big introvert that time. I was not at all an outdoor person. And I think it was just seeing that glimmer in my father's eyes which prompted me to say yes immediately. And when I had to prepare for SSB, so I asked my father, what should I do, what books, or should I do some training? He said, just be yourself, don't take any stress. And when I went to SSB, of course, the interview was not an issue. The group discussions were not a problem. All these things were quite manageable. When it came to the physical tasks, that is the first time I realized what I'm getting myself into. And but what happens is that's the time your self-respect kicks in, when you see others doing it, how can you give in, without even trying? So I did all the tasks on the obstacle course. Initially I was a little hesitant, but when I started doing them, I realized I can do them. And so I completed them all. And then the medical was there and I was selected. But selection also, I must tell you here, Jaya, something very interesting. Though we didn't have a written test, in my batch, the statistics are about 22,000 applications were received by the Army headquarters in response to the advertisement, and 25 of us were selected finally. So it was a tough selection process, yes. So, and that's how I landed up at Chennai. Yeah.
At Chennai. So how was your first year on at OTA?
First day at OTA, it was again something, unforgettable, because of course and let me tell you that when I went for my SSB to Bhopal, right, that was the first time I was traveling alone. Okay.
Oh.
At 24 years of age, that was the first time I was traveling alone. Okay, and but then clearing the SSB, it boosts up your confidence no end. And then, of course, I went to Chennai. There were people to receive us. We were taken to the academy, and first day, of course, they were very gentle with us. But something interesting happened. Along with me, my sister had also given the SSB. She was also selected, but she decided to get married instead. And the information was sent to Army headquarters, but somehow it wasn't communicated to OTA, or I don't know where the glitch happened. And they kept calling out her name, that this cadet hasn't reported. And I went up to the person in charge. I said, she's not coming because she's getting married in a month's time,
Okay.
And then the whole machinery was put in place, and another girl who was in the reserve was called in her place, So yeah, that was my first day in academy.
Wow. Truly, because in those days, sending girls to the forces was not on the priority at all. Any other career was okay. Like, she can go for medical, she can go for engineering. Go ahead.
In fact, it was, yes, that of course was there, it was tough. Everybody knew from the beginning. But you must understand that we were kind of pioneers, So everything was new, and parents also were very supportive, I must say this. Most of us, barring one odd who had to fight at home to come to OTA, But more or less the parents were all very supportive.
Yeah. So it's good. And OTA was for, how long was the OTA training then?
That time it was for 6 months. The boys training used to be for the GCs, they used to have 9 months. For lady cadets it was 6 months. Now of course it has become equal. That time it was like this because the girls were not to join the fighting arms, they're totally going into sport arms. So for that reason. And as we go along, we evolve and we better the systems.
Yeah.
Right? So these 6 months training we had at OTA. That was from March 93 to August 93. And 21st August 1993, we got our commission.
Okay. And any fond memories about the training?
Oh my God. Now they are, of course, very fond memories. That time it was tough. Every day I used to wonder, what have I got myself into? The one of the, I would call it saddest, but something which really, hurts me at times was cutting off my hair. And it was mandatory at that time. At that time, it was not mandatory for girls. But only thing was I had very heavy and very frizzy hair. So I used to take a lot of time in, settling them down in the morning. B, I always used to get shouted upon by my ustads because my hair used to be escaping from all the direction. So just 1 week of it, and I said enough, I got it cut immediately. So that used to give me 10 extra minutes of sleep in the morning, cutting off my hair. Yeah, and then I discovered my appetite, I never thought I could eat that much, because we were forever hungry. And the things which I could do in academy, I never imagined myself doing, whatever, firing a weapon, climbing rope, and so many things, and it was a physical part which challenged me. Academically, I had always been a good student, so the classrooms were not that difficult except the staying awake part. So that was a challenge, but understanding whatever they were teaching was not much of a problem. But physical, this thing was a challenge because I had never done it.
We don't do that much of physical activity on a day-to-day basis.
Day-to-day basis. So that was the only challenge. Once I overcame that, then it was okay. And I must tell you, in academy, the whole atmosphere is like that. We are trained in such a way to always support each other, so your course mates are forever, they are supporting you, they are cheering you, they are helping you do things, and vice versa, you are doing the same for them. So, yes, that's part of learning process.
Yeah. We take it, it's hardly another 2 months, another 3 months, and we'll be out of here.
Exactly.
And you look very cute, pretty, I must say, in your short hair too.
Thank you so much. Thank you. that became our identity then, of course. Got it. Yes.
Yes, and how were parents at that point of time? Because as you said earlier, you had never left them and you traveled alone there.
Yes.
So staying at OTA for 6 months.
My father, of course, was always very encouraging. I still have his letters, what he wrote to me in the academy, always encouraging me. And those are the memories. Since now I've lost him, so those are the memories I hold on to. And my mother has always been a very patient lady, and that is what she has taught me. And very silently, she'll always be encouraging you in whatever you are doing, And once I remember she told me, she said, the day you boarded the train for Chennai, मैंने तुमको विदा कर दिया था.
Okay.
And as a result, when I got married and my vidai, she didn't cry because she said, I've already done that with my daughter. So now I'm happy for her that she's getting married, So, but it came as a shock to them when midterm, when I went home with short hair and lost so much of weight, and Chennai sun, what it can do to you. So for a moment, I remember my brother had come to pick me up to the Delhi airport, and he didn't recognize me at all. I had to take
So, and that you had short hair and you were properly tanned and trained over there.
Yes, absolutely.
So Captain Shalini, let's take a very short break, an interlude, and we'll be back again. Okay.
Absolutely.
So please stay on, and you can sip a little bit of your favorite drink, coffee or chai with you.
Yes, definitely. My black coffee, always with me.
All right. So we'll be back in a second, please.
Warrior, fighting for my nation is my dharma. I will train my mind, body and spirit to fight. Excel in all weapons of war, current and future. Always protect those in need. Be truthful and forthright. Be humane, cultured, and compassionate. Fight and embrace the consequences willingly. God, give me strength that I ask nothing of you.
Yeah, welcome back, Captain Shalini.
Thank you.
So now we had known that you were a gold medalist in OTA, which tells us that was a brilliant academic career there too. And also, yes, as I mentioned, we don't know what is DGOS trophy.
Okay.
So can you tell us something about it?
Yes, definitely. So when we are in the academy, we are, given training about, of course, the physical part of it. The weapon trainings is there, and then the obstacle training is there, and then also classroom training is about general subjects. Whether it's military history or military English or geography, things like that. After that, when we are allotted our respective course, right, which corps will go into. So we have to be trained in that also. So those are called young officers course. Why? Because in academy we are cadets, and when we go for these courses, it's after commissioning. So we are young officers and we go for our courses. So I joined the Ordnance Corps, and we have a college in Jabalpur. So we went there for about 9-10 months of training, in the ordnance procedures.
Okay.
Hardcore ordnance procedures, that as an ordnance officer, how you're going to function, how your army life is going to be. So that is, now here the difference is in OTA, when we were there, that time the Sword of Honor, the best cadet, was reserved only for boys because they had 9 months of training and we had little less. So this gold medal was best lady cadet. Now, of course, a lady cadet, she has been awarded the Sword of Honor also, because they have the same number
months of training.
Yes. So, but when we went for a young officers course, it was a mixed course. All right. So there were male officers also, and there were lady officers also. So we were all competing together. So the DGOS trophy is the Director General Ordnance Services trophy. That is our Director General of the Ordnance. He has instituted that. The best young officer in that particular course is given the trophy. So, see, these trophies and medals are not only for your academics. There are so many other things also. Like in academy, we have camps, and we are, awarded for everything, all the physical activities, swimming, everything, and even how you are with your teammates. They are marking you. All right. So all that is taken together. Similarly, for young officers, we have projects and we have life situations and. All these things. Plus, of course, we have our studies where exams are there, regular exam. So, yes, so there were 25 officers, male officers and lady officers. So, in our course, I got the DGS trophy.
Wow. That's amazing. This is in a team of both lady cadets and gentlemen cadets too.
Yes. Officers, not...
officers, sorry.
Officers, yes, officers. Yeah.
Awesome. And that's how Shalini is posted as captain.
Yes, I got commissioned as a second lieutenant. Now, of course, that rank has been abolished. Directly as lieutenants, they get commissioned. So, second lieutenant, then lieutenant, and then, of course, I picked up my rank as captain. And initially, it was a short service commission, 5 years, and then we could extend up to for another 5 years, which I took the extension. Now, of course, permanent commission, it has come up, so it is different. But for till our batch, it was only for 10 years maximum you could do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And during these 10 years, you were posted at one place, or you had to move around?
10 years, actually I have to correct it a little. It was little less than 10, because after my second daughter was born, I decided to leave because I knew that it's just a matter of another few months, and I wanted it to look. So not complete 10 years, just 9 years something. Yeah. So I started, my first posting was at Ordnance Depot, Kolkata. And then I got posted to Ammunition Depot, Dapur, that is in Punjab, state of Punjab. And then I was posted to 21 FAD Kundru, that is in J&K. And then I came back to Kolkata on second posting, and from there I left then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So at Jammu and Kashmir too?
Yes, of course. That was during the Kargil operation. That time I and my husband, we were both posted there.
Okay. Tell us something about your husband. Is he also in the forces?
Yes, of course, yes. He's a serving army officer. He's also from the Ordnance Corps. He's about 4 years my senior. And at present he is posted to Raipur, which is the capital city of the state of Chhattisgarh. So he's posted there. Yes.
And so, how did you meet?
It's we met at Jabalpur. I was doing my young officer course. He was doing his ammunition course. And I used to call him sir, and he used to treat me like a junior, and that's how we met. And things took a turn from there. And we waited for 2 years before we got married. There was little this thing. I am from UP. He's a Keralite.
Yeah.
So it's truly a national integration kind of thing.
Lovely. That's beautiful. ये तो पूरा फिल्मी लागे है कैप्टन शालिनी.
बिल्कुल फिल्मी था. That story for maybe another program, you know.
Yes, indeed. We need to. Yes, we want that.
Yeah.
So, 1 second for my Telugu friends, please. I'll quickly summarize. So, మనతో పాటు ఉన్నారు ఈరోజు కెప్టెన్ శాలిని నాయర్. వారి నాన్నగారు ఎయిర్ ఫోర్స్ లో పనిచేసేవారు అనమాట. అలా తనకు కూడా ఎప్పుడన్నా యూనిఫామ్ వేసుకోవాలి అని అనిపిస్తూ ఉండేది. కానీ చిన్నతనంలో అనిపించదు, కానీ అది అలా ఉండిపోయింది అనమాట. దాని గురించి పెద్దగా ఏం పట్టించుకోలేదు. తర్వాత తను ఎప్పుడైతే ప్రభుత్వం సైనిక దళాల్లో మన మహిళల్ని కూడా తీసుకుంటావు అని ప్రకటించారో, అప్పుడు వాళ్ళ నాన్నగారు ప్రోత్సహించగా తను సైనిక దళంలో చేరేందుకని ప్రవేశానికి ప్రయత్నాలు చేసి సెలెక్ట్ అయ్యారు అనమాట. అలా ఓటీఏ అంటే ఆఫీసర్స్ ట్రైనింగ్ అకాడమీ చెన్నైలో ఎక్కడైతే ఉందో అక్కడ వారు శిక్షణ పొందారు. అప్పట్లో 6 నెలలు మాత్రమే శిక్షణ ఉండేది మహిళలకి. సో అలా 6 నెలలు పూర్తి చేసుకున్న తర్వాత తను మళ్ళీ మరొక కార్యక్రమానికి సిద్ధం అవటానికని ట్రైనింగ్ తీసుకోవడం జరిగింది. అలా తన ట్రైనింగ్ పూర్తయిన తర్వాత మరి వివిధ ప్రాంతాల్లో పోస్టింగ్ అయిందని చెప్తున్నారు కదా. వారు కోల్కతా, పంజాబ్, జమ్మూ అండ్ కాశ్మీర్, మళ్ళీ కోల్కతా, ఇలా అన్ని ప్రాంతాల్లోనూ అన్ని రాష్ట్రాల్లోనూ వారు తమ సేవలను అందజేస్తూ దాదాపు 10 సంవత్సరాలు పూర్తి చేయడం జరిగిందనమాట. ఆ కాలంలోనే తను వివాహం చేసుకోవడం, పిల్లల్ని కనటం కూడా జరిగింది. మరి శిక్షణ జరిగేటప్పుడు అన్నట్టు వారికి గోల్డ్ మెడల్ వచ్చిందని చెప్పాను కదా. బెస్ట్ లేడీ కెడెట్ గా ఆవిడకి గోల్డ్ మెడల్ వచ్చింది. అలాగే తర్వాత తనకి DGOS అనే శిక్షణ ఏదైతే తీసుకున్నారో అందులో కూడా ట్రోఫీ తను గెలుచుకున్నారు అనమాట. సో ఈ విధంగా తను అన్ని రంగాల్లోనూ తన ప్రావీణ్యత చూపించుకుంటూ ముందుకు సాగిపోతూ ఉన్నారు. మరికొన్ని విషయాలు అడిగి తెలుసుకుందాం. సో హియర్ వి గో, విల్ టేక్ అనదర్ స్మాల్ break, a very small interlude here, and then we'll quickly be back. Shalini, please stay with us.
Who stands guard when 1 billion Indians dream? When India sleeps, who stays awake? In times of crisis, who holds your hand?
Captain Shalini, now as we just understood that your husband is also from the army and you were also serving in the army.
Right.
So how was it for you to manage both the fronts, you know, ek to kaam aur fir ghar ka kaam? How were you managing?
You must see, Jaya, what happens is army is an organization which looks after its own.
True.
Right? And especially since both of us were in the few postings we had together, few postings we were apart also, and having your spouse in the same organization, that's a blessing because he understands the constraints on your time and you know, the kind of job you're doing, and so those small arguments are not there. You know, you understand each other's work. And wherever I have been posted, I have been very fortunate that the brother officers posted with me have been very good. Their families have been very supportive. I must give the credit to the ladies, especially when my baby was small. And I had to go to the office. I could just ring up my, neighbor's doorbell that I have to rush to the office and here's my baby, look after him, And yes, so those kind of things were there. And plus it takes a kind of support system, that's true for any working woman. You require a complete support system to be there.
Yes.
So I was fortunate to get it. The only place where I had a bit of struggle was when I was posted to the valley and my son was barely 2 years old. Both of us were posted there. And so that was a little, there were various kind of tensions involved. You can understand the kind of place we were in, the time when we were there, and with a small baby. But again, and there at that time, it was a non-family station, so there were no, the other ladies were not there, the other families were not there. So, but then everybody was supportive that way. And I'm fortunate that my kids, they are very, very adjusting. My daughter, of course, when she was born, I decided to leave that time, but my son, he has seen that phase, when there were no time. I was on duty 24/7 and, he had to fend for himself. He was very tiny, 2-3 years old, but he coped up so beautifully with that. And there were people to support me. My husband, he was like, being an ammunition officer and being senior to me, so he had more responsibilities. He was more busy. And but then I managed. It was at times it was a challenge, but you do manage. And this balance of home life and work life does not come up when, like I said, when both the spouses are in the same organization. So you understand each other's absence. You understand where the other person is and what is the gravity of the work there in the office. So you don't, see, when we got married, I was about 27 years when I got married, yes. So that time, you don't have that thing of, of when you're in your early 20s, ki time nahi hai, ki kya hai. You understand things, you're mature enough to understand. So these are some of the things which helped me to pull along both the things beautifully, whether it was home or it was work. I could manage.
True. Truly a blessing to have a partner within the same work culture, and also a great support system from the organization.
Yes.
Yeah. And chalte fir you were also there for served during the Operation Parakram.
Yes.
Now, how was that period for you?
That was a very turbulent period. Although of course I was not there in the active duty, being an ordnance officer, right? We were posted to ordnance depots and we were giving the support, the backup support, to the fighting forces. But yes, being posted there, you immediately come to know of, what has happened to people. Maybe the evening before they were there meeting you, talking to you, and the next, after a few days, you get to hear about things about them. So it was a very, very trying period for everyone, but all kudos to all the, people in uniform. Everybody was there and we did a wonderful job. Our boys did a wonderful job out there, and so it was, at the end, it was a great moment for India, but during the time, yes, it was, at times very upsetting also. Though you learn to keep your emotions on one side, that is what being in uniform teaches you, you keep your emotions on one side and you carry on, and you do your work to the best of your capability, especially in these times, this is the moment for which you have worn the uniform to serve the nation.
Mm. Mm.
So you were getting the opportunity to do that, to be of service to your nation. So you carry on, and I won't even say it's just because being a woman, but I am basically a little emotional by nature. So these things used to affect me more, but like I said, you learn to, differentiate between your emotions and your job. That this requires to be done, you have to do it, so you do it. And yes, so that is one period in my life which has, really molded me a lot, my personality. The things which I experienced that time and what I learned that time. What is truly important in life, you learn that.
Yeah.
And you learn to let go of, smaller and petty things. So, yes, that was about that period.
This was, let me tell our listeners and friends, Operation Parakram was during 2001-2002. That was 13 December 2001 to 10 June 2002. Am I right?
Yeah. Dates I'll have to check, but yes.
But around 2001-2002. Yeah.
Yes.
So definitely every soldier has a dream of being a part of one of these operations at any point of time, and you are fortunate to have an experience there too. And thanks for being there for us. Thanks for always standing there for the nation, saying nation first, and then the family that you were just mentioning, holding on to your emotions is not an easy task.
Yes,
especially at the point of time when you have children, infants and toddlers with you who need your attention, need you to be there by their side. But at the same time, you were serving the nation. Yeah, amazing, Captain Shalini. Now for you,
so
out of so much of experience behind you and with you, when you moved out into the corporate sector, how was that working for the civilians in a corporate sector?
See, after leaving army, I didn't immediately start working because the kids were small, and
of
I
course,
decided
you want to have
give
the
some
family time.
Yes. So it gave me a little buffer time, but
Mm.
yes, it was a big transition. The work culture is very different. The thought process is very different. And the esprit de corps, which we value so much in the army, that is to some extent missing. Not to that extent. So it took a little time to adjust, but somewhere in my mind I was, prepared for it. And like I told you from beginning, I've been traveling all over, earlier with my father, then myself, then with my husband. So you get to learn to adjust with different kind of people, right? And secondly, see, you carry something of yourself to the organization, and I always believe that my experience of having worked in the army, I could maybe contribute something of it to the organizations wherever I worked, at least within my department, in my area of influence. That discipline there, that the comradeship, that being there for each other, carrying everyone along. So these are some of the things which I have tried to integrate wherever I have worked. And working in the civil itself has been a great learning experience. Everything teaches you something new.
Right.
So this phase of my life also I am enjoying. Initially I worked in the corporate sector. Now for the past 2.5 years I've been working in educational sector. And enjoying this phase also, and it's so humbling, working in educational sector. The people around you, they are so well educated, or doctorates and professors. Working with them, you learn so much in life. So yes, that has always been my philosophy. Try to learn from wherever you can, and I am continuing to do that.
True, and add value to wherever you are.
Try to, in my own humble way, I do try to.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Amazing. And so Captain Shalini is now in the education department, and what do you see about the youth? How are they? Like, earlier, as you were saying, 90s ke zamane mein bache were a different kind. Now these millennials are a different set of smart kids.
Totally. They know their mind. They know what they want to do in life. They are very focused and very aware of what's happening about them, right? And vocal about it.
Yes.
They are pretty vocal about it, and they don't hesitate. They don't have that hesitation, this person is maybe, my teacher or my professor, so should I, if my opinions are against, anti them, should I say something? No, they are very vocal about it, and if you listen to them, give them that respect, and you learn so much from them. Yes, so interacting with these youth, it gives me hope.
It gives you hope.
Yes.
That was a good one. So nice, Captain Shalini. Talking about now different, I see there are different experiences with you, and you have now some free time with you.
Yes,
then
I do.
During this free time, what does Captain Shalini like to do? What are her hobbies?
I love to read. I am I can read and read and read. I have my own mini library, and I keep buying books and adding to them. So luckily for me, my son has also picked up that habit. So then we discuss what we have read. And I like listening to music, and I love solving Sudoku puzzles. That is something, I'm addicted to.
Wow.
So, and now during this lockdown, I have rediscovered my passion for cooking. So, rediscovered, because long back in college, etc., I used to cook. Then after joining army, somehow, lack of time with kids and with the kind of job and things took a back burner, literally on the back burner, cooking. But now, yes, I am enjoying cooking for my kids. Both my kids are under lockdown with me, so they are made the guinea pigs, and I'm yes. So yeah, these are some of the things I like to do.
That's lovely. And you watch movies?
Oh yes, big Bollywood fan.
Big Bollywood fan.
Yes.
So what was your latest movie then? Which one was the last
latest
one?
Was Thappad.
Thappad. Got it.
Yes. Yeah. Amazing movie. Amazing. I would recommend that everyone, men or women, they should watch it at least once and try and ponder upon it. See what the message the movie is trying to give. Yeah.
Lovely. And Captain Shalini, before we sign off, there are many youngsters now who would like to serve armed forces. They're very keen, and as you earlier mentioned, they're very focused. And any advice for them, suggestions, tips?
Yes, definitely. See, joining armed forces is not just a career option, it's a way of life. So be prepared for it. Once you join and then you say, I don't like it, no, that's not the way forward. Think about it and then take the decision to join. And for girls also, initially, in between the phase came when they were not very keen, because everybody knew after 10 or 15 years, what then, in prime of your life, you are out of the career of your choosing. But now, of course, PRC, permanent commission, would be offered. So they should seriously think about it. And I would just repeat the advice which my father gave me when I was preparing for SSB. Just be yourself. Don't think that, going for too much of training and with coaching and going for it would help. Just be yourself. And if you are made for it, you would be selected.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us today on Jai Hind on Tori Radio. Thank you so much, Captain Shalini, and look forward to many more recipes from your side.
Thank you so much
during this
Jaya,
lockdown,
for
of course.
inviting
And
me.
yes,
Thank you. Yeah.
we would like to
Jai
have you
Hind.
back sometime
Yeah.
soon.
Definitely.
We'll now
Would love.
play our national anthem, so please stay with us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा, तब शुभ नामे जागे, तब शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तब जय गाथा, जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you once again. Thank you, Captain Shalini, and have a lovely time ahead. And wish you all the best in all your future endeavors too.
Thank you so much, Jaya. It was such a pleasure interacting with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye bye. మనతో పాటు కెప్టెన్ షాలిని ఇప్పటిదాకా మాట్లాడారు. అండ్ వింటున్న ఆత్మీయులందరికీ కూడా హృదయపూర్వక ధన్యవాదాలు. సాంకేతిక సహకారం